WU7N.
Hello, Julius 7, Sierra Charlie Alpha for radio check. On the air on the Aries channel. Kilo Julius 7, Sierra Charlie Alpha, over.
Calling, come again. This is WU7N.
W7N, this is Kilo Julius 7, Sierra Charlie Alpha for a radio check, over.
Your signal's about a 3. You're intelligible, but there's a lot of noise on top of your signal. We'll be starting the Western Washington Amateur Television Society in 4 minutes. You're welcome to join us, and as you transmit, you can make adjustments or change things around, and we'll give you reports.
Appreciate it, sir. I just have to get to something else, unfortunately. Appreciate the check. Thank you. Kilo Julius 7, Sierra Charlie Alpha, clear.
Time. WU7N standing by for net, top of the hour.
Good evening.
Television Society Net.
The '08 machine. I'm Dave. Katie Sevens in Society. There's a group of little amateur television in the DV.
We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain,
Cougar Mountain.
0.2 gigahertz. To find out more about our group, please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll see the exact frequencies we transmit and receive on. Also, you'll find a link that will take you to YouTube, where we stream our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. Again, this is Dave, KD7CYM. I'll pause momentarily in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact on the 08 machine before our net gets fully underway. Again, this is Dave, KD7CYM. Again, welcome to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Checked in via video link already has been Ron, KD7QKU in Tacoma. Richard, K7ITX. Wade, W7ITL, Tacoma. Jim, N7QO in Covington. WU7N, James in Northeast Bellevue, and myself, Dave, KD7CYM. Is anybody else wishing to check in? With Ron, KD7QKU.
I don't know why my camera's been doing that. It wants to update. And it's ridiculous anyway. Well, good evening everyone. Ron, KD7QKU. Well, I've been watching the Mariners game. It's another exciting game. They've been playing the Minnesota Twins the last 2 or 3 games, and they've been going into overtime, and Mariners have been losing by, a few runs. So they're in overtime again. I think now they're up to the 11th, starting of the 11th inning. So I can't see what's going on behind me, but I'll be watching in a minute. So what's been going on? Well, it's been nice weather here. We went down, yesterday we went down to Dunes Park, and I wanted to take our lunch down there, but Joanne thought it was too much trouble. So we just had lunch at home, and then we taken our lawn chairs and went down there and sat in the sun. And people watched for a while. That was good to get out of the house. So anyway, went to the Ham Club meeting today. Looks like Wade got home. That's good. Maybe he'll have a good report for us. So I'm going to send it back and watch the game here. Back to net, KD7QKU.
Amateur television. Richard is with us, K7IT.
Yeah, Richard is with you. I don't know if you can hear me or not. My internet is very sketchy right now. I heard I couldn't hear Ron, and I just didn't get any audio, and I don't know what the heck is going on with my system, but I'm getting a lot of freeze up. I'll be darned if I know what's going on. Anyway, it's been a pretty lazy day. The weather kind of turned sour on me in the afternoon, so I had to come in and just hunker down and just maybe had a nap. Had a great dinner. Had a really nice hamburger with a big chunk of tomato and cheese. That turned out really good. But and I had some bark thins, those chocolate-covered pretzels. Can't argue about that. But looks like my internet is slowly coming back. I don't quite understand what's going on. I'm starting to see a few guys on Discord, so that's a little promising. Maybe things will get better as the net goes on. K7ITX, back to net control. NP disconnected.
Again, WU.
I'm sorry. TL.
All right. Well, can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Well, it sounds like I'm coming in over the internet. And I coming in over Echolink, so I'm going to mute myself on the radio. I just got back from CPAC just about an hour ago. So as you can see, new haircut. Let's see. Wearing a hat all day, so I'm a little got the hat head. But I got my CPAC little packet here. I bought a little LED display, and I just put my call sign on there. So that's that. I got some other goodies I'll show off in the next round. I just wasn't quite ready. I was making sure everything was working before the net was starting, and I almost didn't get the All-Star linked. Carlos will have to let me know if I still need to do that. All right. Well, it's nice to hear Richard on the net, and sorry you're having internet issues. So I will turn it back to net control, and I'll have some more to talk about in the next round. W7ITL, back to net.
W7ITL, thanks with that. And let's see if we can pick up Jim N7QO in Covington.
7NP disconnected.
Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Net, I'm Dave,
KD7ZYM.
James
N7QO in Covington.
N. I think I'm up. I didn't hear Jim respond, but maybe we should pause for a minute and ask what you wanted, Dave.
AD7NP.
I am, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the OA machine. Well, let's try James again. WU7N. What say you, James?
James WU7N coming in over the internet. Well, let's see. First thing, Ron, I'm shocked. Mariners are losing. That never happens. I'll be waiting there to see in the background what occurs with that. Richard, it may not be your internet. Over 2 meters, I was when Ron was talking, there was some kind of stuttering or severe digital breakup, and that's what I was hearing over the 2 meter channel. So if you were hearing that via Echo Link, then that could be, what you were hearing. Let's see. Well, I got a toy arrived in the mail just recently here. I'll show it to everybody. This is the Nano version 4 right here. You can turn it on and it already starts flashing cool little signals at you. So, and here it is for anyone watching on just on Discord. So anyway, that's kind of neat. It's fully charged, and look forward to relearning a lot of things from years ago, Smith charts, and it's kind of interesting. There is a document I found online that's translated from Chinese, which I've never studied, but it's in English. But there's weird words in there, not reactants, but it's a different word spelled reactonso or something, and I don't know if that is an actual word or if that's just a mistranslation. So it'll be interesting to kind of figure some of that out. Let's see. Other than that, rained here today, but was still able to get a walk in around that. So also had a couple of interesting meetings this morning, friends and family, and talked about a few things. I made the transition. Skype, I guess, is officially dead. You're forced to go to Teams. But interesting tidbit, if you're trying to use Teams and you have multiple, for example, Hotmail accounts, resident Teams on your computer can't do that. You have to use the Teams on the web, and that's what I ended up doing this morning. It took us about a half an hour to get the bugs out before we could actually have a half an hour meeting, but hopefully it'll go smoother next time. So let's see. Couple other things I received that might be of interest to the group recently here, so I'll wait for next time on that. This is James, WU7N, turning it back to Dave, our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Go ahead and take it away, Dave.
WU7N, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, let's see if Carlos is here. From Clyde Hill, 87 NP.
All right. Voice 87 NP from Clyde Hill. Online. Yeah, I noticed the same. Good evening, everyone. I noticed the same in the beginning. There was some confusion on the systems. The audio from Ron was good on the TV, but not. Talking about the Mariners, I was there at T-Mobile Park last night. It was a great start. There were 2 home runs. Everyone was excited. And then, well, long, but it was very nice fireworks. got to hear more from Wade on what are the news besides the badge, kind of what other equipments. It will be good to see. Leah, I don't know if my will show it, but I got the, looks like a space station. Give me just a minute to make sure that I pointed. It looks like a space station, but it's my Carvera Air CNC. First G code and sent it over, but I didn't get the right X, Y, and Z. But it's very nice because it has, it's like the space station, you know. You can show it, and it has a big red button to hold the whole process in case it goes wrong. So I'll say more about it on the next run. So back to net control from 87 NP.
87. Into an amateur.
The last 3 days I've been doing yard. They're just raw, I might say, from running around with a weed whacker, whacking weeds. I guess my left arm is not up to par for that, but it should be improving now with a good rest today. Here I've got 58 degrees, cloudy and raining outside, so that's about it. So I'm going to send it back up to Ron, KD7QKU, who's celebrating the baseball game. And again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net, and turning it over to Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay. Well, I guess you turned it over to me, Dave. I couldn't hear you. But anyway. Well, the Mariners won. They won, I guess it was in the 11th inning. The new kid, they had a new kid playing tonight, and he got a base hit, and the guy was on third base. In overtime, you know, they put a man on second when they start the inning. And so they got him moved over to third, and then the new kid hit a single. Well, yeah, he got, and anyway, it was a good game. They've lost the last 2 nights, so I think they lost the night you were down there, Carlos. So let's see what else. It did rain here today a little bit. It looks almost like it could rain now. I was cold, and then we had the house open. I actually had to put another shirt on, and then I warmed up about the time the net started. We had a good dinner. Joanne made a new dish tonight. I don't know exactly what it was called, but it was, I'd taken a picture of it. I sent it to my son. I guess I can't show it to you guys. But anyway, what else has been going on? Not much. Not really. I guess I told you that my GPS thing has a suction cup on it, and it sticks to the dash with a long arm that rests on top of the dash, and it had fallen off. I don't know if I put that down here or not. We may have talked about it. So I was supposed to use some silicone or something on it, but I didn't. When I went out to use the pickup this morning, I just, I had a towel in the pickup. I cleaned the windshield where it went on, and I just licked my finger and rubbed it around the suction cup again and stuck it on. And it'll be holding until the sun comes out for a week, and then it'll fall off again. So I guess I'll have to bring it up in the driveway and do like they said, take some alcohol, clean the glass, and clean the suction cup, and put some silicone on it. I have silicones in a tube, so I can smear some silicone on it. And then maybe it'll stay on for longer. Let's see. We went to a ball game again the other night. It was Lake's last game. I thought the game we went to the time before was his last game, but they had one more playoff game. I think they let the losers play one more game, so they'd have one more game to play. So anyway, his team won this time, so anyway. It's always kind of fun to go to the kids' Little League games. They're not very little, they're big as I am, but anyway, they're some kind of they're not school games, so they're some kind of games. All right, enough out of me. Good to see everybody. I don't know if I said that. Nice to hear what you have to say, and it's good to see Richard. Richard looks good tonight. All right, back to net, KD7QKU.
Thanks with that. Let's get Richard up. K7ITX. Richard, what say you?
The Mariners did win. Three extra inning games in a row, back to back to back. They lost the first two, but they finally won tonight in the bottom of the 11th, like Ron was just pointing out. Yeah, it looks rather threatening. I don't know. I guess we had a pretty good rainstorm with hail earlier this afternoon, but I slept through it, so I had to get the report YL on that. Let's see, I guess I gotta press the talk button a little bit harder. I let go and I can hear me go off the air. So anyway, well, gosh, let's see, we got an IndyCar race tomorrow on FS1, Fox Sports. The Detroit Grand Prix starts at 9:30 in the morning. I think that might be kind of fun to watch. It's a street course. Those are always kind of like a demolition derby, so I'll be kind of interested in watching that. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to the sun to come back out in the next few days. That's where I get my complete relaxation. The exciting news for me is I don't see traveling back to Phoenix in the near future. The University of Washington Center for Interstitial Lung Disease has decided to take my case. They decided to take over all the responsibilities that I faced with Phoenix, Arizona. They are making an exception to their policy to have someone over 70 years old in their program. So what do you know? I think it pays to have good network connections. My main pulmonologist is the director of the program, so I think he might have had, he told me it took several phone calls to finally get everyone to agree to, because it's a lot of work to gather up all the information it all transfer up to the UW. But it's sure going to make life a lot more easier for me. Traveling to Phoenix just for this and that didn't appeal to me. So the next big event for me is June 11th, bronchoscopy under general anesthesia, and whether the verdict is good or bad, I guess I don't care. The main thing is just to keep on fighting, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting stronger day by day. By the way, going up my stairs in the split-level house, I pretty much got that resolved now. I'm not shy about using the stairs anymore. It's not a piece of cake, don't get me wrong. I still got a lot of strength to pick up. I've had a lot of atrophy over the coming weeks, but we're getting it back. K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks with that. And we wish you luck on your recovery. It sounds like you're doing fantastic. Our thoughts and prayers for it to continue on. Coming up next.
Coming up next.
TL.
All right. Well, I think I'm up. Let's see here. You're seeing a picture of the new purchase that I've actually it's live here. It's my new antenna that I got. I don't know. Oh, there we go. We're moving around now. It's a 1.2 gig Yagi that I got at CPAC. I got it for $4. They were just giving away all these antennas pretty much. I did a nano VNA test on it. It's not quite resonant at our frequency. It's about 2.5 SWR at 1.255. It's 1 SWR at 1296, which most hams use the 23 centimeter band. We're a little oddball when it comes to our frequency that we use. It's not the typical one that everybody else uses. So I did get a chance to do a test. Let's switch back my camera to me. Let's see if let's see. I'm waiting for my signal to come back. All right, I am back in business. All right. So yeah, that's my new antenna. The goal is to probably use that as a receive antenna for the Ham Radio Club of Tacoma. I was doing a little test before the net, and I was getting about negative 55 dB reception on my display. That's what the receiver was saying, which is about 5 dBs more or less gain than what I get on my roof. I haven't tested at the roof level yet, so I'm sure it'll perform much better at the roof level. I was just pointing it out the window, and I was able to receive our signal. Some more stuff that I got. This is a little circuit board that they were given part of the package. You have to pay like $7 and you get a solder kit. It comes with the circuit board, an LED, a resistor. Let's see what else. A switch, a battery. So yeah, I'll be playing with that later. It's just a little project. I thought it'd be kind of fun to play with my. Put that together with my son. I also got some more cable. This is some RG 400. It's pretty flexible stuff. I thought it'd be good for doing jumpers, testing stuff out. Maybe it'll end up on Cougar Mountain. Let's see. Else I got some shirts. I got some funny shirts. I like funny things. So sometimes size does matter. That was pretty funny. And let's see, what else did I got? Another shirt. This one's what's the frequency? So kind of like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot kind of thing going on here. So yeah, that's it. I don't think I have anything more to share. Richard, I'm glad that UW was able to get you into their program. That helps things out quite a bit, I would assume. You won't have to go to Phoenix anymore to get tests done and get work done. So that is awesome to hear that. Ron, the Mariners won. That's awesome. I don't follow them very much, so it's good to hear that they're doing good. Let's see what else. Let's see, Nano VNA for James. Yeah, good luck testing stuff with that. It definitely is handy when you're trying to figure out if your antennas are resonant, and you can do a lot of other things I just don't know how to do yet. So with that said, I'll turn it back to Net Control. This is W7ATL.
W7ITL, thanks for that. And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. Again, I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Well, I'll pause momentarily here in case anybody is
The Western Washington, the inter.
Okay. Well, I'm getting an echo. Hang on. N7KC here, Lee, um, in Port Angeles. Good evening, all. Uh, Jim over in Covington. Good to hear you. Uh, James and Richard, you sound as good tonight as I've heard you in a long time. So very good. I've not been able to get in because I can't hear Dave mostly. Sometimes there'll be bits of pieces that come through at normal audio. Other times a very, very quiet whisper, if that, and so forth. So anyway, um, all's well in Port Angeles. Ron, that might be silicon grease and not uh, uh, silicon rubber. I don't know. Be careful. Um, yeah, you can get silicon grease, high vacuum grease. So that was a little confusing to me. Otherwise, we had rain here this morning and sun in the afternoon. And we went to swim this morning and did some shopping and so forth. The floor is done. I'm doing the molding now and putting the kitchen back together. So we're pretty excited about that. So I'll send it back to Net. This is N7KC Lee in Port Angeles. We'll see.
And again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. Well, let's pick up James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Okay, look, I saw my face flash, so I must be on the air now. Carlos, you made me smile here. There's a giant red button. It almost looks like it's something that you would slam down on your fist in a moment of panic and confusion. I don't understand why it's there. I mean, you just have this end mill grinding away and cutting away on solid metal objects. What could possibly go wrong? But I guess it's better safe than sorry. I had an experience recently where someone had given me a very old stove, and it's one of those where the bottle is pressurized with a little pump on the top of the bottle. The bottle lays on its side. There's a very short little hose that comes out of the bottle, and that goes to a burner. And it's very old, but so I put some of the naphtha in the bottle, pumped it up, went to the YouTube where, of course, all instructions are flawless and perfect, and then lit it off. And I went, wow, this thing works after all this years. It's like the great-great-grandfather of an MSR Whisper or Peak stove. And then I noticed there was a little dropping of the fuel. Yes, the carcinogenic, toxic, highly flammable, and potentially explosive fuel was dripping at the joint between the bottle and the hose, and it was dripping on the ground, and my driveway has a slight incline to it, and it was slowly flowing, slowly dripping and flowing towards the burner. And so oh my goodness, I started to reach. You'll be proud of me. I started to reach for the off screw on the bottle. Thought better about it. There was fortunately some gloves nearby, so I got the gloves on, and then you put the gloves on and then turn the bottle off. And I got it before anything bad happened. I've named that stove now Chernobyl, and I was able to go to Harbor Freight and for $11.01 get something like 380 something O-rings, and 3 of them out of the 387 were able to fix the stove leak. 2 of them on the stove leak, and I put one, just replaced it on the bottle. So don't buy any O-rings. I have a few spares laying around the house. I used 3 out of the huge box. So that was the stove experience. Richard, congrats on getting the UW to take your case. It sounds fantastic. Okay, I'm frozen. I don't know if I'm coming through or not, but the Discord is frozen on me right now, so I don't know if I'm. It looks like I am coming through on the Cougar Mountain site on the 1255 channel. Anyway, let's see. Congrats on that. It sounds like if you're jogging up and down the stairs, you're well on the way to full recovery and improving every day. That's very good news. Question I had for Wade, on that design of Yagi, is it possible to change the center frequency? And if so, how would you do that? Because that antenna design, I'm trying to think, it's been a long time since I've seen it, whether you would change the distance of the active element to the reflector or change the length of the active element in there. I'm interested to know if you know anything about that. So let's see. Oh, there is one other thing. I now am an owner of a sewing machine. I have so many clothes with holes in them. I decided I would get one. This is sort of a miniature sewing machine. And there was a flash sale on Walmart. Allegedly, they normally sell for $85 or $90 or something. And that did appear to be the going rate on Amazon for this kind of sewing machine. So I went ahead and went for it, and it came, and I haven't unboxed it yet. I'm not really a tailor, so we'll have to see how this goes. Unlike Carlos's numerically controlled milling machine, there is no red button to slam down and stop. So I'll have to just rely on the foot pedal if anything goes wrong. So that's it from me, James Whiskey Uniform 7 November in Northeast Bellevue. Let me turn it back to Dave, our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Take it away, Dave.
WU7N, thanks for that. Speaking of Carlos, let's go to AD7NP in Clyde Hill. Carlos.
All right. Audio going. Yes. I had to use the big red button already today. I had a very nice design, but instead of starting on this corner, it started here. And so as it was gonna go and do, I had to, oops. I had to press the big red button. Let's see if this holds now. 87 NP back. And then I did a simpler one, which is just one layer. Oh, let me see. Which was just engraving the call sign, just one pass of the bit. It's quite fascinating. It's also very complex to get all the setup up and running, because these days it's all uploading the designs, and it's kind of a new set of software. But this was my project for the day. I think in the end it's doing well. Richard, great news on that TV station there. Transmission computer prepared like Lee does, and that's also easy to set up. So let's figure out what might be the best pass. And on the Mariners, I mean they really had some good plays yesterday. I mean, especially at the beginning. I mean, as always, I mean, it's more of a social, but I might to the other channel. This channel doesn't seem very stable, but it was a good show. It's always good to be in the stadium. There's always a lot of good activities, and I had 3 colleagues of on the it was fun. Very good. 87 NP.
87 NP, thanks with that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. And again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. And anyway, I really feel good after I've heard from our good member, Richard, K7ITX, Richard. Medical in the future, so you also great news to hear that you're recouping so goodly, better than are really showing up. We're impressed with that. And here in Lake City, it's got a little chillier. It's dropped down to 57 degrees. The rain has stopped, and I'm seeing sunshine, and the sun is setting.
So with that, I'm going to send it back up to
Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dave. This is Ron, KD7QKU again. And Carlos, you were kind of breaking up and your picture was freezing up. It normally doesn't do that. I missed a lot of your audio, unfortunately. and you were talking about the Mariners especially. I missed, a lot of that. We had neighbors across from us in Bellevue, and they called the other day, and they wanted to go to a Rainier baseball game. We've been to a couple of them, and it depends where the seats are. I have trouble going up and down stairs. I have, artificial ankles, and I don't do stairs very well. And then I'm getting old and weak too. And unfortunately, the Rainier, at their stadium, they don't have a handrail that goes up the middle of the steps. So when you first go up from the aisle, they have a handrail for about a half a dozen steps, and then when you get to the real steps that go up to your seats, there's nothing. And I have to pretty much hang on to the back of the seats in order to get up there, and especially coming down. So that doesn't work out good. So I pointed that out to them, and they said, well, they didn't want to go either because they get around worse than I do. They're pretty heavy set, and they can't go up and down stairs either. So we decided to take a rain check on that and not go to the Rainiers game. But I do enjoy the baseball games. I get caught up sometimes watching the people more than I do the game, unfortunately. When I used to go to the Mariners game, I would take my little transistor radio and I'd put a little hearing bud in my ear, and I could listen to the announcer, and that helped me to maintain my concentration, because I would lose concentration. So let's see. It's really good, Richard, that you're going to be hooked up now with the University of Washington again. I think you like them up there, and that'll work out really well. You look good tonight, Richard, really good. Nice seeing you. James, gee, Merry Christmas. I wish I'd have known you needed a sewing machine. The lady next door that, is moving, she threw away a really nice one. I don't think there was a thing wrong with it. I would have lugged it home, but we already, Joanne already has one that we very seldom use. She threw so much stuff away. She should have taken the stuff to Goodwill. 2 big dumpster full that they taken out of the house and threw away. Didn't go to Goodwill or Value Village or anything. So it was a shame. So let's see, what else? Richard was saying there's going to be a car race. Well, I might look for that to see it also. I kind of like those. Wade, it was, sounds like you had a pretty good time at CPAC. I hope the weather was good down at, shoot, I can't say it now. Not Garibaldi, but, anyway. I was just telling somebody, I think at the clubhouse today, the last time I was down there, I like seafood, of course, and I had these shrimp cakes. Man, oh man, they were good. At least I thought they were good. I like pan-fried oysters and that stuff. So usually when I get out to the ocean, I eat lots of seafood. And I don't know, Wade, if your family went or if you went by yourself. And I suppose there was a big crowd. I've never been there, so I don't know. I have never attended that, and I don't know why. I should have. I just never have. So anyway, what else? I think I told you about our dryer. I had someone come and fix the dryer the other day. Did I talk about the dryer? I looked at my notes and I didn't see anything in my notes. So when we moved into the house, the dryer backs up to an inside wall, not the outside wall. But it wasn't next to the inside wall. It was out about, half. Well, I don't know if it was out 6 inches, but it was out 3 or 4 inches. So in Bellevue, the hole went right straight out. And so I had a piece of pipe that had like a elbow on the end that hooked on the dryer, and then it just went right straight out the outside wall. Worked perfect, but when we came over here, the pipe wouldn't go straight out. So I had to caulk to make the dryer, a little crooked in order for the pipe to connect, and then I put some tape around it, duct tape or something around it. Well, Joanne must have decided sometime to straighten the dryer up. And when she did that, it pulled loose from the back of the dryer, the elbow did. And it had been like that for, I would say, a year or two, I don't know. So I used the dryer the other day, and I could almost feel some air, and I thought there's something wrong. So I got a mirror and a flashlight, and I looked down behind it. Holy smoke, there was lint all over, and the pipe was half disconnected. So I knew the dryer had sucked in a lot of lint, and I in the old days I would have taken it apart myself and cleaned it, but I decided I'd call a plants guy. So I called him a plants guy. He came out, cleaned it all out, vacuumed it all up, and hooked up a new hose. So we're good to go. I didn't want to risk the thing having lint in it and possibly catching fire. So we had it all cleaned out real good. So good to go on that. All right, so that's my big news. I hope I'm not telling you the story twice. So back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7 QKU, thanks with that. And let's see if we can get Lee again in Port Angeles.
Okay, I don't see a picture yet. There we go. Well, this is N7KC Lee in Port Angeles. Okay. A couple of things. Yeah, Carlos. Well, for my NC mill, I use Flash Cut Engineering software, and it's a big signal generator on it that drives the steppers. But it had a feature where I could play the whole G code program. A lot of mine were very complex, and I had figured out a scheme where I could do tool changes, not automatic. I could do manual, but and I could call up a new tool and pause it, put a new one in, and I had the links and everything all set up. Anyway, what would happen is I could play that whole program out on the computer screen. So I never started a piece until I had run the program at least once, and to make sure that it did what it was purported to do, what I intended. So that worked out pretty well. Um, I I have another little project here in this house. What we do to keep fresh air in all the bedrooms and all that, we have a little fan running in every room, and they had sleeve bearings on them. I think we had 7. We had sleeve bearings, and about they're the little the centered bronze thing that's supposed to be with the felt with oil on it. It's supposed to wick into the shaft and the bronze, and they would gum up after about 6 months, and then just bring the fan to a halt. I'd have to take them apart and clean everything, and it was just always a nuisance. And so I realized that I did a little CAD work on one of the motors. They're a shaded pool motor, and I found out that I could replace the bearings that it came with sealed ball bearings. And I changed 7 fans. I made a special jig and so forth to hold it, and then machine pockets for the bearings and put them back together. And then we got another fan that I couldn't tell if it had sleeve or ball bearings in it when I bought it. Turns out it was sleeve, and one of them wasn't oiled on the rear. So what I'm doing now, I've got the motor apart, and you can see the ball bearings. This is a 4 millimeter shaft. The others were a 6 millimeter, but this is the squirrel cage armature here, and I'm putting the new bearings in it, and then what I'll do is I'll fill the ends of it with JB Weld, the original stuff that sets up like steel and machines really, really nicely. And so I'll machine new pockets for the outer race on these bearings, and then that will be a high quality fan. So I just do this kind of if I get a little time, then I get on the AutoCAD and I got the design all done and everything. I just have to make a plate to fit on the other work holder, and then I can put new bearings in it. Yeah, and the antenna, it looked to me not a Yagi, but rather a parabolic. If I was seeing the correct antenna that the Wade bought. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have anything else. Um, good to see everybody tonight. Oh, I guess it's pretty near the end of the net. I see it's almost 9. Well, I'll get off of here and say I don't know why Dave is intermittent on his audio. Everybody else is just fine, but sometimes I can barely hear him. Most of the time I can't hear him, but then on occasion he comes in just like everybody else. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, uh, nonetheless, the fun net, and we'll see you down the pike, guys. This is N7KC in Port Angeles. Back to you, Dave. Go ahead.
7KC, thanks with that. Let's go on to Richard, K7ITX. What say you, Richard?
Well, yes, it has been a fun net. I've really enjoyed all the different toys that everyone has to show tonight. So that's been a lot of fun, and the stories. But yeah, Carlos, I had trouble with both your video and audio popping in and out. So I don't understand what's going on. I'm having in general internet slow issues tonight. Very unusual for my system. So I'm not sure if if some of the problems are at my end or others, or it's just general system latency. I can't explain it. But other than that, though, it's been a lot of fun to see everything. And you guys, thank you very much for all your encouragement. Yeah, who knows? In a year or two, we'll be able to look back and laugh and say, boy, ITX was sure sick at that point, and look at him now, So I'm really looking forward to just being the regular guy I used to be, and hanging out at the gym and moving and just getting a lot of work done out in the yard, that sort of thing. But I have to admit, I enjoyed spending my winter months in Arizona. That was a unique pleasure, and now to be able to skip the coldness up here and move right into spring and summer, I'm kind of spoiled. So if I ever go back to Phoenix, it won't be for health reasons. It'll be for just fun in the sun, because now I know where to hang out, and I know the city pretty good now. So that was an experience that I'll never forget. So with that, 73, everybody, thanks again for all your stuff, your antennas and red buttons and sewing machines and your and Ron, your ability to put your GPS and have it sucked into the windshield. I guess that's where you're putting it. So K7ITX. Good night, everybody. Back to net control.
Television Society net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. I'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5 for our audio transmissions. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave, KD7CYM, signing off the net at